Sulfur here.
Of You, Me, and Sicily, and on this episode, we're going to take you to Cianciana in the Province of Agrigento to meet the locals, see the beautiful views, and learn about a very important part of history of this town, that is sulfur mining.
As they say in Maine, you can't get there from here because this place is in the mountains over hill and over dale. Sure.
Okay, enjoy this episode. Through valleys, hills, and curvy roads, we made our way to Cianciana. On the way, we marveled at the ever-changing, breathtaking scenery with flowing fields with all types of textures. The area is rich in all types of vegetation typical to the area, including elderberry, black locust, sage, thyme, rosemary, and asparagus. There are plenty of almond trees, olive groves, vineyards, and a variety of cereals that grow in this area. Historians date the name Cianciana to an ancient Roman villa, Villa Cianciana, built by a noble patrician from Rome around where the town sits today. The town layout includes the main road with several side streets that then lead to other, sometimes more narrow side streets. The town is surrounded by the Sicily Mountains, including Monte Cavallo, offering notable views from the center of town. The air is fresh and the locals extremely friendly and chatty. We found this typical Sicilian scene of men, young and old, sitting around the center of town in front of the Church of the Purgatory, next to this impressive clock tower that some consider the symbol of the town.
Una casa antica?
They gave us directions to some of the must-visit spots, and when they found out we were from the United States,
America. Ciao.
Near them is the World War I and World War II memorials, dedicated to Cianciana's fallen heroes. During our exploration, we met this beautiful lady named Rosa. She asked us what we were doing, and so after we told her we were featuring Cianciana, we asked her what she was doing. She said, cooking minestrone. With what inside? Everything.
Facendo?
Sto cucinando
Che cosa?
della minestra.
Minestra?
Sì, sì,
Con basilico?
con tutto, con tutti i verduri.
Tutti verdura locale?
Sì, sì.
E come chiama?
The patron saint of Cianciana is St. Anthony of Padua, as is the name of the church dedicated to the saint. The main celebrations of the saint are June 12 and 13, but you can rest assured preparations and small events honoring the saint happen for weeks before and after. Holy Trinity Mother Church from the 17th century stands in a small square with a water fountain in front of it and more views of the mountains. As you walk around town, you can find these beautiful panels demonstrating the old traditions of the town.
In giro per il paese trovi questi pannelli dove sono illustrati le tradizioni del paese di una volta. Ciao. Questa è la pisatina.
Che significa?
Pisatina era portavano i cavalli.
This is La Pisatina, harvesting and treating of wheat in the farmlands with the horses. This is the Chiesa del Carmelo. Outside it may look small, but as you step inside, you will be awed by its bright but simple elegance.
12 anni.
Fino a 21. Poi sono andato in Inghilterra a lavorare.
It is here we meet Giovanni, who worked mining sulfur for 9 years, starting at the age of 12. Cianciana is rich with mineral sulfur, and for this reason it has been mined since antiquity. This memorial in the town public garden or villa depicts the struggles of the town's miners. During the Industrial Revolution, primarily England and the United States took over the mining business on the island. At one point, 90% of the sulfur in the world came from Sicily. Soon, Cianciana became an important spot for sulfur mining, and many of the residents from here and the surrounding areas worked in physically extremely dangerous conditions. Giovanni and thousands of others entered the mines before sunrise and exited after sunset. They worked in extreme heat, dangerous, and brutal conditions. Many developed severe disease and cancer, their growth stunted from carrying heavy baskets of sulfur and managing extremely tight quarters in the mines. Boys would start at an early age, but the reward was keeping this town economically viable. Families whose children worked were compensated, albeit minimally. Of course, this was a huge economic aid during very difficult times in Sicily. The sulfur mining stopped in the early 60s, and today there are monuments throughout the town remembering this era. Giovanni recounts part of a poem by Cianciana's own Alessio di Giovanni about the work of the Carusi, the name given to the small mine boys.
Lo Sazio Giovanni. Come era sto canto? E culo scuro vaio e culo scuro faccio la giornata. E culo lustro di la cittadina.
And in English?
In the darkness go, in the darkness
Come out.
back, come out.
With the carbonic acid.
E com'è vita qui in Cianciana?
Bella, bella. La Sicilia è bella, solo che non ci sono il lavoro. Non ci sono il lavoro.
So, Alfred, what was your favorite part of this?
I think these people up there have a lot of guts. That's what I think. The sacrifice that they made working in those sulfur mines, that's of a bygone era, for sure.
Giovanni was quite a character, and I'm very thankful to have met all the locals there. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you check them all out at www.youmeansicily.com. We love bringing these ancestral home videos to you. If you want more, make sure you write us.
You forgot something, Esther.
Like always.
What did you forget today? Our Facebook page. Don't forget to like our Facebook page.